Random Wrestling Belt Fact number 101. Do you have any information regarding the OVW Eagle Championship belt? I do indeed. So this belt was created by Top Rope Belts. They made the Impact Wrestling Championships, the ones that were just replaced by the new Pure TNA belts a couple of months ago. They also created the Jeff Hardy belts, like the Immortal belt and the Black Noir belt that he used for the World Championship in 2012. Now, obviously, this design borrows very heavily from the Winged Eagle design. The overall main plate is very similar in shape to the Winged Eagle. Obviously, the bars are missing from this representation. You've got the central globe in the curvatures of the eagle, with its wings once again protruding up and away from the main plate. You've got the OVW emblem there on the eagle's chest, along with the champion banner at the bottom, and all of the wording featured on this belt. You can tell the font is heavily inspired by both the Winged and Big Eagle as well. They've modernized it by having the base of the plate be gold, with some of the lower areas actually being textured, while the stacked eagle is nickel. In the older variations of the dual-plated Winged Eagle, the base was nickel with gold accent pieces, including the eagle. At the top of the main plate, it reads 1993, which was the year that Ohio Valley Wrestling was founded. The side plates similarly feature aspects borrowed from the Winged Eagle and inspired by the Winged Eagle. You've got the sunburst patterns from the center of the plates reaching to the top and at the bottom. Now, while it is undoubtedly a fact that this belt was heavily inspired by the classic WWF Winged Eagle that was used from 1988 to 1998, no one can dispute that. It borrows a number of aspects and is heavily inspired in others. However, it's not an exact duplicate of the Winged Eagle. It's not a rip-off by any stretch of the imagination. It's inspired by and pays homage to. However, when this debuted in 2012, Dave Milliken, who was an apprentice of Reggie Parks, who went on to create a number of belts for WWE and other companies based on Reggie's designs, including the Winged Eagle, and making it for customers at the time, he's since stopped. He was said to be, based on what a number of sources told me, including a couple of friends of Dave, extremely pissed that this thing was created and debuted on OVW. Because in his mind, if you're going to have a belt that's inspired by the Winged Eagle, because it was inspired by the Winged Eagle, they should go to the source and get an alternate version of the Winged Eagle from Midwest, Reggie and Dave themselves. Personally, I don't agree with that. At the end of the day, when creating traditional wrestling belts with grapplers, globes, eagles and stuff, things are going to look similar, and you can argue a lot of designs borrowed or were inspired by other designs. But I don't agree with the mentality that Top Rope Belts did anything wrong in a stretch of the imagination. They had inspiration from belt and created something new. By saying that they should, or implying that they should have gone to the original makers, that's like saying, well, you've got a wrestler for your promotion that uses this finisher, so therefore you should have hired the guy who invented that finisher. No, not how it works.